This is Eagle Al, and today I'll be talking about Milton Williams, a dog, Vegas disrespecting the Eagles, and we're just gonna get into a lot of Eagles news today. But let's get straight into it. All right, so before we get straight into it, and before I shoot this video and talk about the topics, so I seen something come up on my phone that we officially placed Nakobe Dean on IR. Nicholas Merle will be elevated, and Rashad Evans will be on practice squad, if I'm not mistaken. So he's going to be on the practice squad. Nakobe Dean's going on IR, short-term IR, so he's going to miss 4 weeks, and Nicholas Merle. It's going to be a very interesting linebacker group and see if they perform better than our last, because then there will be more questions if they do. And the Christian Ellis and then Nicholas Merle, or are they going to go Zach Cunningham, Christian Ellis, or Zach Cunningham and Nicholas Merle? So we will see how that linebacker group shape up, man. So it's official. Nakobe Dean is hurt. Nicholas Merle's elevated. Rashad Evans is up. Practice squad. So we have to do something about the linebacker core, and we definitely have to do something about the safeties. I know that's off topic, but we definitely have to do something about the safeties. All right, so let's just get into it. Milton Williams is a dog. Milton Williams is very, very, very good. You know, this is probably going to be my last day talking about the last game because we have such a short turnaround with the Eagles playing Thursday. And a lot of people have been coming at me like, oh, you was wrong about Jordan Davis and this and that. I never said anything disrespectful about Jordan Davis. I just said Milton Williams is better. But let's go ahead and let Fran Duffy break down what Milton Williams and his impact on last game.
Really flash in this game. It started with the first play. Watch him here take on the double team. Trent Brown is a massive tackle for New England. He takes on the block from Brown and the tight end, stays alive in the hole, and makes the stop at the line of scrimmage. Really good start there from number 93, third-year defensive tackle. He showed up well in this game. Again, one-on-one with Trent Brown. Trent Brown is a massive human being. Look at Milton Williams stand him up one-on-one and make the stop at the line of scrimmage. I was really, really impressed with what we saw from Milton against the run and against the pass. Look at the block recognition here. As he feels this is going to be a double team off the ball, he knows it. Look at him without the snap. Olay on the tackle, get the ball carrier down. This one in the shadow of the goalpost in the red zone. Great job from Milton there. And then you see the pass rush as well. That athleticism to close and the violent hit on the quarterback helped force an incomplete pass down the field on a critical money down late in the game. Milton.
All right, so you've seen the breakdown. He's a dog, and that's no knock on Jordan Davis. Jordan Davis had a great PFF grade, had a half a sack, forced a lot of pressures. If I'm not mistaken, it was about 5 or 6. He was really good. Quarterback hit. But Milton Williams, man, to me, he's a different animal. Like he's different. I just still think my opinion don't change. I still think Milton Williams is better than Jordan Davis. Like, if you pair Milton Williams with Jalen Carter, because that's who the Eagles went with the last drive, because Milton Williams know how to get to the quarterback way better than Jordan Davis. That's just the truth. And he know how to stop the run just as good as Jordan Davis, in my opinion. Am I saying Jordan Davis is a bust? No. Am I saying Jordan Davis is bad? No. I just simply believe Milton Williams is better. But we'll see as the season go on. And it's somewhat of a moot point because also Mel Williams played about 41% of the snaps and Jordan Davis played about 44% of the snaps. And I think it's going to be like that through the year if both guys stay healthy. So if they keep it like that, or one day Mel Williams play a little bit more snaps than Jordan Davis, then fine, because we rotate anyway. And I think Jalen Carter had the most snaps with like 50%. So again, man, Milton Williams is a dog. Simple as that. My opinion still stands. I never said Jordan Davis was a bust. All right. Let's get into this. Swifty time. You know, a lot of people was coming at me during the off season like, oh, Swift is going to start. Swift is going to start. And I'm like, no, Gainwell is the better running back. In my opinion, Gainwell had a combined of 72 yards and they stopped utilizing him. Then we figure out why later. He was dealing with some type of rib injury, and he might miss Thursday game. So I believe when I went back and watched the game again, especially like the first half, like first quarter, Kenneth Gainwell was cooking. But I have the same questions about him and the Kobe Dean. Are they too small to take on a big role? I love Gainwell, but I have to ask that question because his first start, maybe it's rust, maybe it's the lack of physical contact. He got hurt. He's dealing with a rib injury and might be Swift time, Swift time. And let's go over the injuries that Derek Gunn had to say. So Fletcher Cox and Kenny Gainwell are both dealing with rib injuries. So Fletcher Cox should be good to go Thursday night versus Minnesota, but Kenny Gainwell is questionable. So, and I'm assuming Reed Blankenship is good because Reed Blankenship also was dealing with a rib injury. So we're going to see what DeAndre Swift got. Because more than likely, he's going to be RB1. They probably going to sit Kenneth Gainwell if he's not 100% or at least 90%. They probably going to sit him. They probably going to bring up Rashad Penny. And we're going to see what these dudes got. We definitely going to see what they got. Because when I seen Swift, and it was a play. It was a big play. It could have been a first down. Jalen Hurts tried to dump it off to him, and he dropped the ball. Nobody mentions that. He dropped the ball on a key third down. Nobody mentions it. It's fine. Eagles fans, we all got our favorites. It is what it is. I seen him come up short in a big moment, in my opinion. I also said this. I personally believe some of you guys just watch him versus the Eagles highlights and say, like, you know what, he's a RB1. I just simply watch highlights. Yeah, he's shifty. Yeah, he's quick. He's this, he's that. But he's not that good coming out the backfield, in my opinion. You do a screen, wheel route, he's excellent. But churning and getting those first downs, to me, he's not that good at that. I'm sorry. He's not. But you have opportunity, especially against subpar defense of the Vikings, to show if he can do that. And we got the best O-line in the league, so he should be able to show what he got. So it looked like a lot of you guys going to get y'all wish having Swift get majority of the carry. So it's Swifty time. We will see. I might be wrong. I hope I'm wrong because we're going to need him to win the game. Because if I'm right, it's going to be some issues. And I don't see how we beat the Vikings if Swift don't show up. It's going to be a shootout, and it's going to be some times we're going to have to hold the ball. Because I'm going to get into Justin Jefferson, what Vegas did. Yeah, we can't get the run game right without Gainwell. It's going to be a problem. All right. So let's get into this Jobe season. Jobe. So James Bradbury is the protocol. Not sure if he's going to clear or not. It's good that Sean Desai said, like, look, I have trust in Josh Jobe. And this is Josh Jobe's numbers. I mean, he only played about 7 snaps because when Bradbury got hurt, but this was the numbers. Josh Jobe entered for James Bradbury late in the fourth quarter and played 8 defensive snaps, 7 were in coverage. Jobe was targeted twice. Matt Jones was 0 of 2, 0 yards. And I will never understand passing rating because if nobody caught anything, how do you have a passer rating? But it was a 39.6 rated targeted him. Joe was covering, I don't know, Keyshawn, let me call him that, and Eagles sealed the win. Remember that last pass, that was on Jobe. They tested Jobe on that fourth down, and Jobe made a nice heads up play because the guy was trying to catch it on the sideline, but Jobe pushed him. And the push was just enough for the wide receiver not to get the other foot down, which caused the turnover on down. So very heads up play about Josh Jobe. And if Josh Jobe have a good game, in my opinion, there will be some questions like, should we have moved on from Bradbury? Because honestly, Bradbury, that game, didn't have the best game. I'm pretty sure when he come back, he's going to pick it up. A lot of rush. But there will be questions because if Josh Jobe do a really good job against Addison or even Justin Jefferson, man, we probably got a real one, man. We probably got one that can't sit on the bench for too long. I would say that. We know Slay is on the deal and Bradbury's on the deal, but man, if he does a good job, because this is going to be a test. If he does a good job against these guys, oh man, there will be questions that Friday. Should we let Jobe start? I'm telling you, but that's a good problem to have. More cornerbacks you have, the better. If Josh Jobe can play just as good as James Bradbury at his young age, I'm telling you, we deep at cornerback. Guessing lastly, want to talk about this disrespect right here. So Justin Jefferson, receiving yards total over and under has opened at 91.5 for Thursday night's game. So for people that don't gamble, Vegas think the Eagles secondary is so bad that Justin Jefferson is going to get at least 90 plus yards on us. That's opening. So the more bets that come in might get higher or lower. But 90, 91, 92 yards is a lot of yards. And that's disrespectful. That's very disrespectful. But I can't blame them because we was playing some nobodies and TikTok boy and couldn't really stop them. Justin Jefferson went for like 150 last game against a Tampa Bay good secondary. And now he play us after what we seen with our secondary, especially if they're going to have Justin Evans out there. And our linebackers can't guard nothing. It just looked like a setup for Justin Jefferson to go off. Now with Sean Desai had to do, he had to let Slay follow him. He had to let Slay follow Justin Jefferson. Because again, this is very disrespectful to have a wide receiver open up the money lines at 91.5 yards. That's ridiculous. Usually open up like 50, 60, 40 for some guys. The 91, that mean they expect him to go off. Hopefully not in the lane. Don't let him destroy us in the lane. Let's shut him down like last time. Keep the plan the same. I know Sean Desai wasn't here, but he should go back and watch that game. Literally just have Slay following the whole time. Slay got his number, and hopefully Josh Jobe can hold down Addison. Hopefully. But that's all I got today, man. A little long video, but I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. And what do you think and how do you feel about the news? Nicholas Merle looked like he might get the start, at least be the backup. Josh Jobe, Swifty, Justin Jefferson. All the news, Milton Williams. How do you feel about it? But this is Eagle Owl. I'm up.